everyone. How we all doing? Hope you're keeping safe. Hope you have food to eat. Hope you're washing your hands and having your bath. So just wash your hands, and just sort of guarding your mental space as well. So Instagram reminded me of a piece I made, the first jacket piece I ever made, actually. The first thing I ever sewed from start to finish a couple of days ago. And in looking at that jacket, I was reminded of two things. First, that wow, it's just been 2 years, because a lot has happened in my life in the last 2 years. And again, I was reminded that before I made that jacket, exactly 6 months, or at least 6 months before I made that jacket, I was also in sort of a lockdown situation where I didn't know where to go next. I couldn't really see where this was going. I had resigned. I had started an idea that at that point had failed, So by August in 2017, I was just a broke girl who didn't have any sort of income, whose business ideas wasn't working, who didn't have any skill at that time as well, But thankfully, I met someone who told me to he gave me a very candid advice. Pick one. Just pick one thing. Get really great at it. Other things, you sort of gravitate towards other things when you're able to learn the process of one, and then you will watch as it is multiplied into all other fields. And so that's exactly what I did. October to December saw me learning how to sew. So cutting, threading the machine, not even cutting yet, threading the machine, to pattern drafting, to being able to sew. And then in December, because the idea I really wanted to run with was an idea that involved local fashion, I literally moved to a different state. I moved to Osogbo, went to the Nike art workshop, learned how to batik, learned how to sit down for hours trying to design a 5-yard fabric. Was this experience pleasurable? Oh, definitely not. Especially the Osogbo experience, because I had to sort of live in a totally different environment, live in an environment where I wasn't really conversant with the language, and then work with local vendors. But what did I learn? If I'm only to pick out my Osogbo experience, this video will be like 2 hours long. But long and short, I learned the business of process, of being able to learn a skill, like go through the skill. I learned the language of vendors. You know how vendors sort of tend to frustrate everyone? I learned to be able to speak their language so I can communicate more effectively, moving on from there. I learned perseverance, not giving up. I learned consistency. These are just, a few of the things that I learned. So by the time I made that jacket in January, my God, I was so proud that the 6 months had produced something that was so beautiful. And so today, what happened with that first jacket piece 2 years ago has sort of translated into so much more. I was able to make it, wear it with so much joy and pride, and also make several other pieces, bringing together my trado modern dream of African fashion into different unique pieces that have both sold out and have been worn with so much love all across the country. Now, because I also understood the business of process, I was able to also transfer that into starting up yet another business, the oil perfumery, into starting that out and being able to grow it in a shorter time compared to the first one I ever did. Today as well, I'm able to write. I was able to write my first book this year. Had so many raving reviews. Pretty excited about all of that. And I am also able to work. So when COVID happened, I still had a regular job because I had always worked from home for the last 2 years. I'm still able to do that, still keep in touch with tech, still earn something steady on the side, and still even do so much more. Basically, the story has changed. So today we find ourselves in a similar lockdown situation. We find ourselves thinking, oh, what next? Where do we go from here? A lot of people find, I have spoken with, have talked about how, they feel really old, like what new skill, especially because it's tech, and tech is a little confusing. First off, I'm just going to say, breathe, okay? Breathe. And like the man who I met that year in October, God bless him for saying that to me, said to me, I am going to say the same to you. There is so much. Everyone wants to monetize their skill, monetize their knowledge, monetize this, or sign up for this course. Learn how to do that. So I'm going to say this, start with one, right? Just pick one. If you're able to learn the process of one, if you're able to learn the skill of one, if you're able to develop one, you will sort of be able to multiply that into others. Because I started out, learning the process of one, but it has multiplied into all kinds of fields. I've been able to start another business from scratch, and this time it was quicker. The process of setting up that business was quicker because I already understood processing. I am still able to work in a certain capacity, in a much bigger capacity from home. So COVID didn't really change anything, right? So we are in the future, people. Whatever you're going to learn in this process sort of places you in the future. So do not give up on yourself. Do not listen to the voices that say you are not enough or you can't learn this fast enough, but focus on one. Breathe, and in 2 years we will be cheering to your own jackets, to your own business model, to that skill that has sort of lifted you out from the crowd and set you on a new course. So let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if I should do more videos. Let me know if this was long. I know it was, but so bye.